So, in our final bit of nerd news here this week, there was a ton of news that came out of the movie theater chains this week. Everything from potential reopening dates, closing possibilities, which theaters may not open up at all, the importance of AMC Stubs AList, mask and facial covering policies. Tons of stuff happened this week. We're going to break it all down to you in what is probably going to be the longest segment of this entire episode. First and foremost, the most important headline, new information, from the National Association of Theater Owners, NATO.
The NATO?
Not
wow,
that
that's so
NATO,
cool.
the theater owner NATO.
Yeah.
They suggest that they think 90% of movie theaters could reopen by mid-July.
What?
Following, of course, the coronavirus shutdown that happened, I believe, in late March.
I'm excited.
90%.
That would be awesome.
That is from the people who know. 90% of theaters, mid-July. So why is mid-July such an important date? Well, if you didn't realize, the movie Tenet, the Christopher Nolan movie, which we've been watching trailers for 8 months now, because it was I think it was going to have an early release date, but no, it was always set for July, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Christopher Nolan, while everybody else was postponing their release dates, pushing everything back, Christopher Nolan said, nope, I'm sticking to my July 17th original release date, and he's still sticking to it. We're about a month out of that, and he's still sticking to it. Well, he may have rolled the dice and come up on, what, 7s? Is that a good thing?
No, I think it's Snake Eyes is a good thing.
Okay, well, that could be the one, man.
Christopher Nolan could single-handedly bring theaters back to us.
You're totally right.
So awesome.
You cannot understate the importance of Christopher Nolan's Tenet returning to theaters. It could be the single most important film to ensure that not only theaters open ever, but that they open mid-July.
Yeah.
That's the theater. Because, if you think AMC theaters said way early on, like in late April, they made the statement that said, we're only going to reopen our doors unless there's new movies to show.
Right.
And all these movies, like we said before, have pushed their release dates except for Tenet.
Everything
so Tenet
has.
Could be the only new movie coming out mid-July, and that's why they're setting that date.
That's
so
cool.
What are some other movies that are coming out in theaters this summer? Not that many. We got Disney's Mulan, which premieres July 24th, exactly 2 weeks after Tenet.
Okay.
So you got Tenet, then Mulan.
Right.
After that, Wonder Woman 1984.
Yes!
They did move their release date. They had an original, I believe it was July release date. They got moved to August 14th, but that's their new date is August 14th.
I'll take it.
And then A Quiet Place 2, which was supposed to come out right before the pandemic started. They pulled their release like 2 weeks before it started. So that's coming out September 4th.
Okay.
And the majority of all the other blockbuster films on the schedule have moved their release date towards the end of the year. It's going to be a big holiday year, I think.
Yeah,
everybody's pushing that stuff. So, you got Tenet comes out, and then Disney's Mulan comes out 2 weeks after that. And then the snowball starts rolling.
So my instant thought to this was box office numbers, because they're going to be, I would think they would be terrible because you have to limit your capacity at the theaters. They're not going to be able to open up 100% capacity right away. But then we were having the conversation earlier, and it's like, well, if Tenet is the only movie out for 2 solid weeks, everyone's going to the theater just to go. I mean, I see people bringing their kids, even if it's rated R. I don't know. I forgot what it's rated.
I'm sure it is.
But yeah, they're just going to flock to the theaters, and even at 50% capacity or whatever their capacity limit is, that's the only movie that they're going to be able to see.
Yeah. For
Genius.
2 whole weeks until Mulan comes out. And then Mulan, all right. Loving the fact that, so Tenet, they jump on the grenade and they get people back in the theaters, and then bam, now people are back in theaters. They're going to go see Mulan. That's when the families start coming back. So the real movie buffs are going to show up for Tenet.
Yep.
And then the families are going to start showing up for Mulan. And then Wonder Woman, holy shit.
Everyone's flocking out.
Talk about a great spot for Wonder Woman to come out.
Kidding.
Everybody else has tested the waters. The slow rollout has already happened. The Wonder Woman is going to just blow the box office wide open.
Wow.
I think.
Warner Brothers is doing some mighty work
smart.
over this coronavirus. They get Warner Brothers with the movie, and then the DC breaking off a diamond. My goodness, man.
Launch of HBO Max, man. Warner Brothers is getting it done. So, guys, let us know in the comment section, what do you think? Are you going to go see Tenet? So much more movie news we're going to break down for you right now. This happened, and this is not a big surprise, but there was an official statement from AMC Theaters. They stated this week that they are unsure they will be able to stay in business following the prolonged COVID-19 closures. Now, this has been in the news for a long time. You've been hearing and reading about the AMC bankruptcy, possibility, the possible Amazon buyout of AMC that came out a few weeks ago, that Amazon was kind of eyeballing maybe purchasing ABC. Shauna, you and I talked about this off camera.
Yeah.
I'm not a financier. I am not a day trader. I don't know anything, but what are the chances that AMC coming out and saying this is directly correlated with the possible Amazon buyout? Let me explain to you what I mean.
You're talking some insider trading
It's probably totally illegal what I'm proposing here, but what are the chances that Amazon intentionally wants the stock prices to go down so that they can buy AMC at a much lower rate, and then the stock prices raise? Is that A, is that illegal? And B, I mean, am I wagging the dog too much here, or you think that's even a thing?
It's 1,000% illegal if they're discussing this behind closed doors.
Let's bring
and
the stock
they made
prices
a
down.
deal that said, let's bring this. That is 1,000% illegal. But I mean, of course, Amazon wants the stock prices to go down before they buy. Why? Who wouldn't? I mean, that's the
Buy
stupidest.
low.
Of course.
Raise high. I mean, that's like
sell high. Yeah.
stock price is number one, right? I mean,
it was 101 from Wall Street, man. Come on, you just got to know this. But I mean, AMC has no reason to bring their stock prices down because they want to sell high. I mean,
it's true.
But if they want to avoid bankruptcy, maybe they're just thinking, there's nothing wrong with trying to figure out what what your buyer is thinking.
Right.
So.
But if Amazon's the only buyer, the only offer
and they're
on
not
the table
right now, yeah.
And they're like, look, we'll do it, but we'll do it when your stocks are at 12. We're not doing them when they're at 24. And then Amazon or AMC is like, well, we can bring the stock prices down. Let's go ahead and announce this week that we don't think we're going to be open. We're going to have to close. Let's make some bankruptcy announcements, see those stock prices drop, and then bam, the sale goes through. And then the stocks go right back up. I don't know.
I also think it's incredibly illegal to say that we're not buying you until your stocks drop lower.
I don't think that's illegal at all.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure they can say
that's stockbroker 101.
No, they can say that we're gonna. Well, they can't tell the company they're buying that. They can't. They could say, "Here's our offer. Here's our cash offer, and this is it. We're not giving you any more." And then AMC can think, all right, well, how do we get down to that?
I don't know. It's probably me overthinking the situation, but that's the first thing that popped in my head. Let me know in the comment section. Am I crazy? Or is this clear case of Amazon wagging the dog?
Yeah.
But let's say Amazon does stay open.
Uh-huh. AMC stays open.
AMC stays open. Of course, Amazon's not closing. We are AMC AList members,
Yeah.
Sean. What do you think? On a scale of 1 to, what's the importance of the newly released subscription services at theaters like AMC AList? How important is things like the subscription services going to be in putting asses back in the seats?
I don't know. That's kind of a difficult thing for me to process because, first of all, if you're paying for the subscription, the movie theater's not going to be making any instant money if you're going to the theater.
Yeah. If you're already... Okay, yeah.
If you're already a subscriber, right? They've already counted that revenue.
Mm-hmm.
We signed up for a year, boom, they've counted that revenue, so there's no new revenue coming in. 2, if there's only a movie coming out every 2 weeks, I'm not going to sign up for a subscription service because the point is I can see 3 movies a week.
Yeah.
I mean,
only one
if
movie
I'm
to go
seeing
see.
one movie a month, it's cheaper to just pay to go see the movie. I don't know. What's your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are, you're absolutely right. You're 100% correct. But what AMC and these people like Regal who have these programs in place, what they're going to have to do, what if they said, sign up for 3 months, we'll give you the first month for free. Sign up for 6 months, we'll give you 3 months of A-List for free.
Yeah.
That's going to put asses in the seats, because all theaters want are asses in the seats so we can sell them popcorn.
That's true.
They don't make money on the ticket sales at all.
Good point.
The studio makes the money on the ticket sales. Theater makes the money on concessions.
That's a good point.
So
okay.
if you give them basically free movies...
Yeah. Huh. Okay. You've changed my perspective on that one, Chuck. I think I might agree with you now.
Now, I think the studios might not like that so much.
Right.
So wait a second. You're not giving us any box office money?
And hey, what about us that are already subscribers? What do I get for free?
You get nothing.
I get nothing.
You continue paying.
Give me some points. Give me some AMC AList points.
Free on demand or
10,000.
something.
Yeah, give me 10,000 points for the bar.
Couple free beers. Yeah. I don't know. Let us know in the comment section. What do you think about the AMC Stubs A-List and the importance of it in reopening theaters nationwide? Last big piece of movie news. Let's say everything opens up in July.
Yeah.
Cinemark just announced this week that they will not, I repeat, not be requiring guests to wear facial coverings on day one of relaunch. So, Sean, I want to know, and I want to know what you guys who are watching this video, if you're still sticking around this long, irresponsible on the part of Cinemark, or is this something that's understandable?
I think it's insanely irresponsible.
Yeah.
I can understand not wearing the mask while seated in the theater because you're going to have your popcorn, you're going to have your sodas. It'd be very similar to what's going on here in Chicago with the restaurants. Once you're seated, you can take your mask off, eat your food, drink your beers, whatever. But if you have to get up and use the restroom, which is a public area, you have to put your mask on to go inside the restaurant. If you want to...
Public areas.
If you want to go to
the common areas.
Go to the concession stand at the theater and you're not requiring people to wear masks, that scares the crap out of me.
They are going to require their employees to wear masks.
Okay, but I'm talking about the guests. Like, okay, so you're going to have us stand in a queue line and not wear masks?
Sans mask.
Like, no, that's irresponsible.
Well, their official statement, this comes from a representative of Cinemark, said that outside of those areas where it's required by local mandates, so they are going to, if it's required in the state, obviously they're going to require it. But they said Cinemark will be encouraging, but not requiring guests to wear face masks. I agree with you. I kind of dig the idea of you don't necessarily have to wear it in the theater.
Yeah.
If they are properly spacing people out, they said they're going to put in, obviously, the same stuff that they've been talking about forever. Extra cleanings, making the employees wear masks. They were talking about actually putting physical barriers in the theater themselves, like little glass partitions between seats.
So that when you are wearing your mask entering the theater and you get seated between those partitions, then you're fine. Take your mask off.
Yeah.
Like, why not require
you should have to
into the theater?
Yep. I think to be in the common areas, you should have to wear a mask.
Sorry, Cinemark. Tisk tisk. I think that's a terrible decision.
Well, guys, let us know in the comment section. Do you also say tisk tisk? If you do and you're watching this, please leave us a comment that says tisk tisk. We get one comment that says tisk tisk. I'll be very, very pleased. So, guys, that's our entire show. Please comment in the comment section if any of these nerd news stories tickled your news bone.
Your tisk tisk.
Your tisk tisk. Just leave it in the comment section. So, anyway, that's our whole show, guys. Thanks a lot for watching Chuckload of Comics. We're here every single Sunday breaking down all the nerd news of the week. Every Sunday right here on YouTube. If this is your first time to the channel, click the subscribe button. If you're one of our new Mainframe Comic-Con subscribers, thank you to the channel. Thank you to the channel. Thank you for watching the channel. Stick around here. I'm rambling because it's been kind of a long show. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you here next Sunday. Have a fantastic week.
Bye-bye.